Another vision that I have is to create a Genius Zone Academy. It is what I call the birthplace of big dreams. And so, in order for you to understand why I'm so driven to do this, there's a backstory. I want to create a safe space for geniuses. I believe that there's potential in everyone. And so, a backstory of my son, Nehemiah, we call him Maya. He repeated the first grade, was classified as special ed at that point, and because he had a speech impediment. He worked very hard and eventually got himself into Punahou. But in the third grade, he won an award for reading the most in his entire school, over 1 million words. And by the sixth grade, he was testing at college level. So although he was labeled special ed in the beginning of his academic career, by third, fourth, fifth, sixth grade, he was top of his class. And by 10th grade, he had read over hundreds of books, literally hundreds and hundreds of books, many of them including Think and Grow Rich. He studied biographies of visionaries like Elon Musk, Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, just to name a few. He was already making a profit from Amazon sales, and in 10th grade, when he was asked by his teacher on an assignment, what do you want to be by the time you're 35 and what's going to be your annual salary? He honestly and very naive said that he was going to be an entrepreneur making $50 million, he wrote on his piece of paper. And he believed that to be true because that was 20 years down the line. He had been already by that age, barely 15, but he was already reading about people that were doing it. And he started making a profitable income online. And so he believed it with all his heart. And yet his teacher humiliated him in front of the entire class and said, Maya, this is not a joke. We're not joking around. This is a class assignment. This is basically unrealistic. And she crushed his dream. He came home and told me about it. And he liked his teacher, but he felt humiliated and hurt, basically. And so I want to create a dream center that inspires others to dream big and to protect them from naysayers. And yes, there are going to be naysayers, and some of them are voices that we hear in our own heads as well. And so I want to encourage others because there's so much more potential, so much more innovation that can be made and created on this world if we only let others dream big. So he inspires me to build this center for high school to adults, success, where we learn success principles and teach one another success principles, where we have business consulting and support, recording and editing studios, fitness facilities, restaurants, including a rooftop bar. And so something like this is what I envision, a space that just creates innovation, creativity, feels comfortable, where we can exercise our bodies and our minds and continue to learn and grow, collaborate with one another. This is the makeup and hair studio that I envision, for recording studios that I also envision with editing rooms, so that we can share our voice with the world. I feel like so many people can have opportunities to share their ideas and really speak their truth and their voice out of our studios here. And of course, utilize the great outdoors. And so outside we'd have a family area as well. And so that is my vision. I am looking for founders, contributors to support in this vision, and will love to also have opportunities for business development and business investments in our future innovators. So this is part of my vision.